3 books.
I don't know. How old were you when you read
I
the
was in
first
I,
two
I was
books?
in 6th grade.
Yeah, I was 7.
I understand that. That's not what I'm saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But you were saying he didn't make it known. He definitely made it known.
Okay. I guess I just didn't notice it.
What? A 2nd grader not picking up on subtext?
Like, I'm not saying you should have known. I'm just saying it was there.
Okay, my bad then, I guess. But to my memory, I mean, I haven't reread that in a long time. I probably should.
No, I remember that was one of the first books I ever truly devoured, though, because like I read 100 pages on the first day, another 100 on the second day, and then the third day I finished it, and it's a 760 some odd page book.
I just felt proud of myself as a 7-year-old to read a book that's 700 pages long.
Sure.
I will admit, it took me a while to get through Elf Stones of Shannara. That was hard for me as a little kid to get through.
Yeah, I loved Elf Stones, but again, I was older.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough to appreciate romance yet.
Yeah, I was old enough to have a crush on two major characters, so.
Yeah. Though by the time I read the Magic Kingdom for Sale Sold series, I was old enough to appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't that much older, but, a couple of years makes a huge difference when that's, a quarter of your life.
But yeah, if you guys have anything to add to the watch together, that'd be nice.
Oh, let me pull up the watch together, see what's even on it.
I don't want to add anything to the watch together because these are about
my parents come and watch the stream.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, your mother is not going to come and watch the stream.
You have no idea.
I do. Actually, have some ideas.
If she knew I was doing it, she might join in just for a little bit to be
She
supportive.
would. That's why we don't tell her things.
Yeah.
Your mother is a wonderful person.
I love my mama.
Okay, dang it. Why is the watch together not in my history? Where are you? There it is.
I'm trying to figure out where the inconsistency comes from in when trees grow properly and when they don't. In Hytale.
In Minecraft.
No. Just because there are some trees that I'll plant them and like half will grow and then the others will stop at like the stick stage. But like when I plant oaks, they all just grow fine.
All right. Well, we should get started. Everyone ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Looney, Petrivka?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I guess, okay, yeah, they can't hear anything, so it should be fine. I'm just trying to find a video.
Gotcha. All right. Well, here we go. Starting the recording in 3, 2, 1. When I was but a lad, there was a game called Banjo-Kazooie that I loved a lot. And then the first time I died, it went into the game over animation. And in the middle of it, this walked out, and young me, I didn't know why, but I liked it. And I knew for some reason I could not let my parents see that I liked it, because that would be weird. This is episode 84 of I Think We Overleveled, and for the record, I was able to avoid my parents ever seeing me in the middle of this animation because you could get out of it really quickly, thankfully. How's it going? Because we're talking about
It's
parental
going.
interference in gaming. This was a Petrivka
Interference. I thought it was intrusion.
intrusion, whatever. It's an INT word, and it was Petrivka's idea, and I liked it too. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think the Gruntilda Gave Over screen was a lot of boys my age.
It was a moment of awakening.
Something. It's like I don't know what that is, but something's different about that. I'm intrigued.
And you knew you didn't want your parents to see it.
Yeah, just there was an understood. Don't let mom see. Again, not sure how we all knew that, but I knew it. I knew mom wouldn't like that. Because if she doesn't like my dad playing Doom 2, she definitely wouldn't like me playing this.
Not even Doom music?
Not even Doom music. No, Doom 2 is hilarious just because my mom hated it. Less because of the content and more because my dad was playing it a lot and I would watch him play it. And so we would both get in trouble. And yeah, we did both get in trouble. But hey, if I don't know what's more righteous than killing a bunch of demons. Like, makes a lot of sense to me. Sounds
I
to me
agree.
like, yeah, we're making a
It's
lot
what
of good decisions.
It's the purpose of the paladin, right?
Exactly. The Doom guy's basically a very, very, very angry paladin.
Mm.
But anyway,
How do you know he's actually angry?
Oh, because I read comics. I played the game. He
You
is
see
a
the
rage
facial
monster.
expressions as he loses health.
It's true. Good old health-losing facial expressions, which, I must say, Breakfast does an amazing impression of. Holy cow. Have you seen that?
No.
He does all of the Doom damage faces?
Well, not all of them, the ones that are bloody, but the looking around.
I was gonna be a little worried on one of them.
He I don't know, he gets a bloody nose,
No, just how it looks like left down to the right and has the grin on the face. I was quite impressed with his ability to do that.
I did
pretty
not
close to the Wolfenstein face too, actually, the Blauskowitz.
Did not know this. I'm learning so much.
I mean, that was the big ID game before Doom.
No, I meant that Breakfast had this skill.
Ah.
He's in the room behind me right now, so this is going to be fun because he doesn't have a microphone to participate in. He just hears his name being said.
We could just talk about him.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Watch Together does not want to work for me right now. I don't know why.
Okay, well, I've got one.
All right.
One of the first moments, and this is one that I didn't even process it, but my dad came in while I was playing, and he was just like, "I don't like that." So in FF4, there you fight the 4 elemental fiends, and one of them was named Valvalis. She was the fiend of wind, and I honestly didn't process anything being untoward about this, but my dad walked in. And he said, "What are you playing?" And I was just like, "I'm just playing a game. What's the issue?" And I just, it was one of the first times I felt kind of like shame for playing a game. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? I don't understand. And my dad was just like, "I don't like that." And he wouldn't expound on it, I think, because he didn't want to. It's like, if I'm not thinking about it that way, he doesn't want me to start thinking about it. It was weird. But yeah. But I just
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, what?
She's all covered up when she spins.
Well, like I didn't even process
Oh yeah.
that she's wearing it. Like my brain just didn't even like I wasn't quite at the age where I was noticing anything.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm
I
just
mean,
like, well,
when I played FF4, I wasn't old enough to think of anything of it either. And yeah, I was playing that in full view of my parents. I don't know if they must not have seen that fight because they never said anything either.
Well, it's also it's a sprite, and with sprites, if you're not looking at it correctly, sometimes you don't realize what you're looking at.
Exactly. And that's sort of what it was with me.
Sprite artwork in some ways is a magic eye picture.
A little bit.
Though those of us that were raised playing those games, man, we can see a lot from those sprites. We really can.
But it was just like it was so weird because I didn't even, like usually with parental intrusion, it's like, oh, don't come in. Why'd you come in right now? I didn't even know there was anything to worry about.
Well, that, and like, to me, Final Fantasy IV is one of the most wholesome games out there. So that's why when that's the one that comes up as a problematic one, I'm like, wait, what? How? Why?
But then you remember, oh, right.
That one particular small boss fight. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's all making sense now.
Well, especially because she spends half of the fight as a frickin' tornado
Of hair.
of hair.
Completely normal female behavior, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. Well,
Yeah, but all I knew is this is a bad guy and this is a hard fight and they're trying to kill me, and so yeah.
Well, Pirate, you're the one who suggested this topic. Was there a specific thing you had in mind for it?
Oh, I have a few things actually, but
boy.
we'll start with the most innocuous one. Play the Kingdom Hearts clip.
Okay. What Kingdom Hearts clip?
There is no Kingdom
One I put in you buried it. After all, you put all your things in there. It's
How
like
dare
the
you.
second item in the whole chat.
Banjo-Kazooie is just, are you in the right link?
I see Baggins, I see Looney, I see Splice, and I see the Waka
Did you put it in
Titus
watch
selfie
together?
fight. Yes, I'm looking right at it.
Maybe refresh your page.
It's in the chat. I didn't put it in the
we're
queue.
looking at the playlists. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was where he was going. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't think
Hit
I ever
add to
actually
playlist.
put anything. Hit add it to playlist. How? Okay.
so if you type it in search at the very top of Watch Together, or if you paste it in there, and then there'll be a
There we are.
playlist option.
I don't use
got it.
this regularly, so
Okay.
so Kingdom Hearts 1. It's a old-ish game now. I can't believe what was it? 2000.
It's a very old game.
2001. Okay. It's been a minute.
It's older than your children.
We got this around Christmas time, I think, and so it was a perfect time. Not a lot going on. You had that whole week of those lost days, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
Where you don't know what day of the week it is, and you're full of cheese. It's one of those times.
Days.
Yeah. So we chose for this particular Christmas to just delve into Kingdom Hearts 1. And it was a great time. You start off on this island, the aged down versions of some of your favorite Final Fantasy characters as children. And what else to do? And what else to do with your favorite Final Fantasy characters when you're hanging out with them, but to start whacking the crap out of them with a stick. And this particular scene where you fight Selphie from Final Fantasy VIII, which I actually had played Final Fantasy VIII before this, so this was great for me. I was just like, oh man, she's coming at me with her jump rope thing, and my dad walks in, and he's like, why are you playing games where you beat up little girls with a jump rope? And I'm like, stop,
she's
It's
trying
not
to
a
beat
jump
me
rope.
up with the jump rope. It's normal.
It's a long
This is
chain
self-defense.
nunchuck, Dad.
and it wasn't. And the thing is, I didn't have the clip here, but like you fight them all one at a time, and then you fight them all together. It's a 3-on-1.
Wow.
And that was when he walked in. And I'm like, they're all ganged up on me. I've got to fight them all.
It's just self-defense.
I swear it's self-defense. At least only 3 counts of self-defense.
They're the ones bullying me, not the other way around.
No, it sounds to me like they're teaming up against their bully.
Encouraging violence against children was something that my dad was concerned about.
Oh, that's funny.
That's weird because like now that's 2 games that are very known as family friendly, innocuous, and wholesome.
Well, that's kind of the what the point is like this is not a horrible game, but your parents walk in at just that wrong moment.
Yeah, they walk in the moment, and the takeaway is you're beating up children.
They're not wrong.
You're I mean that is what's happening. I mean, your
I
character also is a child, but
it's one of those. It's like you're a bad. You're a bad line read in a court from going. It's like you were beating up children, weren't you? And it's like technically true. Another one from the innocuous one. So my sister got this game. I think it was because my parents. I had a Sega Genesis, and they're like, we need a game for the girls, so they got Barbie Supermodel for the Sega Genesis. Well, it's Christmas, and so she's playing it poorly, I might add. And being the older brother, I'm like, man, you're not very good at this, or something to that effect. I'm probably like 10. And she's like, okay, I'd like to see you do better. Which, at this point, she has cleverly checkmated me. Because I either have to put my gamer cred on the line, or my masculinity on the line. And, well, I'm on this podcast, so you know I chose the gamer thing.
So you sat forward in the chair.
Yeah, and so and for the record, this is one of the worst controlling games I've ever played. It simultaneously has a hair It simultaneously has a hair trigger and the sluggish controls at the same time. And every level's the same. Every single one. You have to traverse one way to get to some sort of photo shoot of some kind. You have some sort of mini game at the photo shoot, and then you have to go backwards through the level again. It is absolutely stupid. It is the dumbest game ever. And my mom walked in on me playing it, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I then had to explain, like, Morgan said I couldn't beat the game, and I had to prove her wrong. Which
and it's like, have you ever watched Back to the Future? Yeah, I'm Marty McFly making a bad decision right now.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I didn't know if I was about to get a lecture on not getting antagonized by my sister, or if I was getting a lecture on don't play girls games. Instead, all I got was my mom laughing at me and walking away, which was somehow worse.
Yep, mockery wins out.
And so, but for the record, I beat the game, and this game sucks.
Did you platinum it though?
I don't. That wasn't a thing in 1994, but I don't
know.
You
know what it wasn't an official thing, but it was a thing.
I just needed to beat it. I had to prove to my sister it could be done. And
Jordan, I want you to prove to me that it can be platinumed.
Baggins, I'll let you know if you get this for the Sega Genesis. I won't play it. I did my time.
So your gamer cred is worthless now.
No, I beat it. I'd like to see you beat it.
You're above it?
I am above it. It's true.
You've beaten it. You're above it.
But yeah, it's completely harmless, but I definitely didn't want my mom to notice that I was playing it. Thankfully, there was no way my dad was going to see me playing it. See, just can't drive. The biggest problem is it has perspective issues where you can't tell where you're lined up. There's later levels where like, oh wait, was that? Yeah, she's power walking.
Walking around in a
Oh my gosh, it's like a beat 'em up game where you don't beat 'em up.
Exactly. And it's terrible.
Oh my.
I don't understand.
Then there was this one, if I remember correctly, I swear there were like piles of sand that I didn't realize that were a hazard because it just looked like, you know, the ambience of the level or something. I don't know. These birds come out of nowhere. And you move way too far.
This is like a worse version of California Games.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like California Games.
Good description. It's definitely a worse version of California Games.
Whoa,
Anyway.
I must have missed out on that one. California Games?
Yep.
Old
Hacky sack.
Game. Yeah.
Roller skating.
BMX.
I forget, is there surfing in that one, or is that just TNC?
Yeah. I had surfing in mine.
Okay,
I played it on the PC.
Okay, because I remember TNC Surf Design, but I'll sometimes get those two mixed up.
All right. But here's the game that got me the most in trouble. I got in big trouble for this one.
For golf?
So parental
For Mario
interference isn't
Golf.
necessarily the game that you're playing. It might be because you're trying to platinum Mario Golf 64 at 2 a.m. and mom caught you. I was trying to get everything in this game. I had a nice deep I played the crap out of this. I got my money's worth. But man, I got in trouble. I got in trouble because mom found out. And
See,
she wasn't happy.
My bigger problem with this kind of thing is that I would play and then I would pause it and go to bed. And my parents would then come along, see that the game was still on, and say, "Oh, I need to turn this off."
Yeah, just turn it off.
And it's just everything I've been working for is gone.
Younger people don't realize that these systems did not have a suspend feature.
No. Well, no, that's why Legend of Zelda, the original, was so groundbreaking for our generation. That internal battery that could save was absolutely game-changing in a literal sense. But yeah, this is the game that got me the most trouble in my life. Doom 2 is what got my dad the most in trouble in life. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys have any more innocent ones before we get to the salaciousness.
Not innocent
I
ones.
already showed you a salacious one.
No? Okay.
My innocence is over.
All right, innocence over. Let's get moving. What do we got? Someone's got Half-Life Turkey. What is this?
Half-Life. I don't know.
Is this a mod?
Yes, it specifically was a mod. It's called Action Half-Life. So the funny thing is I had played Half-Life on my parents' computer before, and played Team Fortress Classic. I had never played Action Half-Life. Like, that wasn't a mod I had played at the time.
What is it?
On my parents' computer, it was a Packard Bell computer, with a 300 megahertz Cyrex chip and non-existent graphics. To play Half-Life at all, I didn't just play on the lowest possible resolution. I also had to change the effective window size so that only a quarter of the screen was actively being used. So it's like I was not only at the lowest resolution, but only using a quarter of the pixels being rendered on my screen to be able to play at all. They didn't seem to mind when I played on that computer, even though I was playing, Team Fortress Classic. But one day, after I'd built my own PC, where I could actually play a 3D game and actually have graphics that looked like things other than giant voxels, right? I was playing Action Half-Life with my friend, and Action Half-Life, it's like a deathmatch classic, but it had you could dive and roll kind of like you could in Max Payne in a later game, so you could dive and shoot. The idea was the mod wanted to make it feel like you were in an action movie fighting with your friends in an action movie, so you could dive and roll around.
Logical.
And every level, like the models that you play as depend on the map, because there's a theme of each map that looks like some movie that you're playing, one team versus the other. Like one that was really fun was like it was called, like, I think, The Villa, and it was basically set in like 1920s Pancho Villa, the Banderos versus the
okay.
So it had like a theme. Well, my mom happened to come down in one theme that's it was made to be kind of like a red lights district of like some downtown like New York type Chicago place, and the two teams were the pimps and the ladies of the night. And it was one where I was on the team of the one who collect the money, not the team that earns the money, but I was just, when she came down, I'm like, oh crap, of course she comes down and looks at my screen when I'm on this map in particular. And so then I'm trying to...
You didn't want that map, right? Yeah, this one stinks.
And so I'm just trying to not run into my friend and run out the clock. So I'm just trying to just evade, so it doesn't show up on the screen, right?
You're going for the bonus objective, not get caught in real life.
Because it's like I can't quit the map. I mean, like, it'd be really suspicious, but like my friend eventually just quickly comes in the screen very quickly. He has a shotgun. He one shots me and I'm dead. And so it was like only on the screen for like a split second. And I'm like, but then suddenly my mom's like, this game is wildly inappropriate. You need to promise me that you'll uninstall this game. It's just like, I didn't want to fully uninstall Half-Life, but it's just like, but it's like she wouldn't let me go until I said I would uninstall the game. I might have uninstalled the mod, but it's like,
I'm not uninstalling all of Half-Life, Mom.
But it's just like, yeah, she wanted me to uninstall Half-Life, which is, of course, is funny when I think about how much TF2 and Half-Life source-based games I played with,
take that,
my
Mom.
college friends, but
and it all started with you pimping out some hoes.
Yeah. That
like,
that was my least favorite map, to be fair. Like the one I said, the one I remember the most was the Pancho Villa map, because it was actually pretty cool.
The thing is, for me, I probably would have uninstalled it and then reinstalled it.
I don't remember exactly what I did. I really don't. But I try my best to be a man of my word, and that's why the fact that she coaxed it out of me was that was frustrating.
Well, and that's why I would have uninstalled it, but she didn't say not to reinstall it, so I would have.
Technically not.
Yeah, that'll.
That is the kind of trick that I'd pull too. I wonder if I did do that.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you got caught with that, I'm sure that excuse would have totally flown.
Totally.
That sounds like a great excuse that parents love. I didn't say I wouldn't not do it, and it's like, I didn't say you would not get grounded forever. Gosh dang it. I got countered.
So yeah, Half-Life was the game for me, and specifically a mod called Action Half-Life.
I had never heard of this mod.
It was pretty fun, honestly. because it kind of gave you the more options of how to move around, just being able to just dive. And then when you go prone, you were harder to hit. So you could dive, go prone, and roll around. So you're a lower target, and you could shoot. And I don't know, it was fun.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that game Stranglehold. It was basically like a John Woo action game.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I almost said John Woo describing it. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's fun. I didn't realize they had a source mod with that.
Well, this was before Source. This was Half-Life 1, but
Well, or whatever, yeah.
Pre-source, which was still just a glorious time to be alive. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Another one that a different type of parental intrusion. I had to be careful about playing first-person shooters around my dad. Because, as previously mentioned, he got in trouble for Doom 2 because he really got into playing that campaign. And he would get in trouble for it. And then his CD mysteriously disappeared, and my parents played this passive-aggressive game where my dad had to pretend he didn't know that my mom had thrown it away, and my mom had to pretend she hadn't thrown it away.
You used up all the glue on purpose.
Yeah, basically that. And so whenever I would play a first-person shooter, my dad would get intrigued because it's like, oh, it's kind of like Doom. And so I had to stop playing Metroid Prime for a little bit because as soon as I started playing it, my dad would come for a secondhand whiff of first-person shooter.
Oh gosh.
And it became very annoying.
He just won another hit. Oh, wow.
You and I had very different childhoods.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be for any other type of game. It was just for that.
Your dad would interfere by being interested.
Yes, and it was annoying. Because the problem is
We
Metroid
are not the same.
Yeah, Metroid Prime.
No,
Specifically Metroid Prime. Because I'm not saying this about Halo or anything like that. I'm saying this about Metroid Prime. Because that's a game that thrives on atmosphere, and it's really hard to really partake in the atmosphere when you're constantly getting asked, so what's that? Why's that? What's this? And it's just
Oh,
like,
gosh.
Oh, the water.
Yeah, it's basically go in the water is a big thing there. That it was one of those, okay, I'm normally excited by my dad being interested in games, but it is really killing the vibe of Metroid Prime.
Dad, could you be interested in my life some other time?
Why aren't you interested when I played Smash Brothers? He has no use for Smash Brothers, but this. It's like, well, then he's like asking me, it's like, so why? So those are pirates? They look like bugmen. Why does she care? And it's like, I don't have the energy to explain the entire plot of all Metroid games. It's just one of those things where I don't know.
Tell him it's Alien, the movie.
Except it's not. Anyway, point was, he was like everyone else, he was blown away when I told him, no, the main character's a girl. He's like, well, really? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, like you can hear it when she gets hit. And her name's Samus. He's like, that's a dumb name.
And we're back to girls getting hit.
Yep. Keeps
Beating
coming up.
Girls with jump ropes.
Yeah, I hate it when Samus hits people with jump ropes.
Though not Samus, Selphie deserved it. She absolutely did. Goodness.
So, controversial opinion. Lunastar says hate little girls.
If it's Selphie from FF8, then yes.
Yeah, we all know
hater.
On the political hit job that's going to come, we both know that context is going to get ripped right out. When you run for office.
I never liked Selphie from FF8 for one.
Oh, she's a cinnamon bun.
I liked her.
And 2, that jump rope was really irritating, especially as you're trying to learn that game right there at the beginning.
I never bothered trying to get the timing of it. It was Gunblade or nothing. Well, and Zell's punches.
Well, no, I meant in
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, in Kingdom Hearts. I remember her being the annoying one to beat.
Yeah, she was more annoying.
She had range.
Yes, that would be one.
Well, I mean, Waka had range, but it was easy to deflect.
Yeah, and when you deflected, you got bonus XP.
You got tech points or whatever they call it.
And you reflected it. So
yeah.
Yeah, I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
There's some old Kingdom Hearts talk.
Yeah, I just remember I quit at Monstro. I'd finally decided the game was not for me.
That was like a ways in, too, wasn't it?
Letting it go for you, Splice.
That's like right towards the end, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Is Monstro
it's not in the beginning.
Yeah, Monstro's really far in that game.
Yeah, I'm surprised you quit in the last mile essentially.
Well, it fits with all other SquareSoft games for me, because that was the exact same thing that happened in FF10. Because I don't know, it was just one of those things. I'm just like, I've learned. The whole reason I played it was because that was back at our old apartment right after our missions, and you were in the middle of Kingdom Hearts 2, where my only experience with Kingdom Hearts was hearing Dance Water Dance.
Dance Water Dance?
I hated that boss fight. Oh my gosh.
All I know is I kept hearing it, and so I walk out, and I'm just like, so I keep hearing Dance Water Dance. Is this a bad time? And you were just like, I could tell, it's a bad time. He's not happy that I'm asking this question.
Having a bad time, yeah. But a lot of bad times with
just like,
dancing water.
He seems to like it. I should give this first one a chance, and learned it wasn't for me.
That's too bad. It's a fun game for many people, but I guess not for you.
Yeah, it was just one of I don't know, the combat for some reason I just didn't like it.
Well, it's because it was almost an action RPG.
It was pretty much an action RPG.
But the thing is, it was almost consistently like that, and so it almost had sort of this uncanny valley effect.
Well, yeah, it did kind of replace the Mana series for a while.
A little bit.
Well, Dawn of Mana plays just like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I don't know what that game is.
You get double jumps and you have Goofy and Donald with you?
Well, not that.
Oh, well, then, sorry. I don't think I can get into it.
Sounds like he might be focusing on different elements. Sounds like you two might be playing it for different reasons. But no, yeah, anyway.
Should we go to mine?
Is it the bottom one I see here?
Yes, it is. The famous scene. So, Metal Gear Solid 3 is, it's a stealth action game.
Oh, boy.
It's a stealth action movie that also has a game.
90% of it, sneaking around and hiding and trying to beat up guards and whatever. But, the 10% of the time where there are, cutscenes and whatever like this would be when my dad would walk in.
Yep.
That's
how it works.
Why are her pantyhose burning off? I'm like, well...
See, I thought you were talking about a different moment in this game.
Well, that's why I couldn't play that game, honestly.
I couldn't find a video of it, actually. I didn't look really hard.
The moment that I was thinking of is when she comes over on a motorcycle.
Yes.
And
it's also a moment my dad walked in. He came in at least 3 times, every time with Eve.
Well, and the thing that was interesting about Metal Gear Solid 3 is there were it'd pop up with a cue that you could push and see what your character is looking at.
Oh yeah, you could.
And when she comes over on the motorcycle, she stands up wearing like a jumpsuit and starts unzipping it. And if you push that button, you know exactly where his eyesight.
You're gonna look.
And that's actually, I was fairly uptight at that age. And when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, I'm walking away. That's when I actually put down the game and didn't finish it.
Yeah, same here.
I was just like, oh, you dirty dog.
Thing is I was still, I think when I finally played Metal Gear Solid 3, I think it was shortly after me and Lizzie got married, so I was still a newlywed, and I just did not feel comfortable at all. Because, she's watching me play, and it's just like, don't like that.
Hey, honey, what are your thoughts? Meanwhile, it's actually like it's amazing commentary on war and what soldiers do for their countries and patriotism. It has one of the deepest plots of any video game ever, but also,
and you also just read the magazine for the articles.
No, but it actually is a very, very deep storyline, especially.
It is.
All the Metal Gear Solid games are, have very intricate and interesting stories.
Yeah, 3 in particular, though, is so good.
I'm still a fan of 2's story so much.
Yeah, 2 kind of blew my mind.
Well, I thought 2 is the one that I think on. It's like, man, when I saw it, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. That is wow. How did he come up with that? That's so out there. And now I'm like, it was prophetic. Wow.
Yeah.
He predicted Google before Google was a thing.
The answer was he read a lot of cyberpunk stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 2 was kind of my first real exposure to like conspiracy theory concepts, and it was just like what like in the whole like Illuminati thing, just stuff like that. And it was just like, and so it kind of blew my mind and messed me up for a little while.
I was okay because I had Gargoyles as my foundation, but yeah.
Yes. Gargoyles was my introduction to Illuminati and secret societies.
Yes. Okay. So I had Gargoyles too, but it was.
You got the sequel? Yeah. You jerk! You hid it from me. Gargoyles 2. That's the joke.
Battery 60%.
Can they hear me at all?
The YouTube stream still seems to be going.
There we go.
Everyone's here. The host. There's the host.
I don't know what happened. Discord just decided, nah. You don't get to be connected to Discord.
Mine forced an update. That's why I left when you started talking Del Rey. But
yeah, I wasn't forced an update. It just stopped.
Have Have you not uploaded your driver's license? Maybe it thinks this conversation is getting too
Oh,
adult for you.
oh, there we go. Yeah. We can't.
Yeah.
No, I thought they did postpone that.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, it was weird. It just sort of like, it
Huh.
didn't show as disconnected. It was just like, oh, I can hear faint Baggins noises upstairs. I'm like, he's definitely talking.
And yet
So
I hear nothing.
that's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna assume you guys probably had your best content ever. Well,
Yes,
it was
absolutely.
disconnected. Dang it! I knew it. That's how it always
truly
happens.
magnificent.
Unfortunate.
Revolutionary.
Well, so we made Illuminati jokes, and then I get disconnected. Coincidence? I think not.
Oh, there we
think
go.
Not.
Yeah, it's sketchy at best. Point is, what were we talking about?
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear Solid.
Yes,
2.
Metal Gear. Yes.
2 and 3. Yeah.
And 3.
But no, Kojima's frustrated because he's simultaneously an absolute genius and a complete child.
Yeah. That sounds
I don't
about
find
right.
that frustrating. I find that great.
Those two often go hand in hand. So
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
there's a very thin line between genius and madness.
And he decides to just play with that line. Point is, between that and Meryl, there was a lot of potential for that. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have on this list? See if I got disconnected. What on earth is this?
I put this one. So, I played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, so this was actually a little later in my gaming years, but the Wii was at my parents' house because it was technically my brother's, and this time it was my mom who happened to come in when one of the characters is talking about the ballistics program as it zooms in on Ashley from Resident Evil 4 on her chest.
What? That's so unlike
She wasn't
them.
a fan.
Oh, mothers don't like it when they make jokes about boobs.
I was about to say, like, Ashley's like a little girl in there, but I guess she's kind of like, what, a high schooler maybe?
She's totally at least, like 16.
Yeah, I never played Resident Evil 4, so all I know is that the game's a giant escort quest.
Actually, I think she's a college age, but not very old. Resident Evil 4 is fun, and it's a bit of escort, but it's not as bad as you would think. It's not as bad as escorting like Natalia in GoldenEye.
Well, very little could be worse than that.
I mean, like that's usually my go-to, like, gosh dang escort mission. Is, oh no, protect Natalia as she enters in the code for the GoldenEye satellite.
And it's like, I don't think this game knows how to properly code an NPC to not be annoying.
And not be suicidal?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, it was the N64. It's not like they had amazing AI technology yet. We were just amazed that they could have something that I look at and I'm like, holy crap, those polygons look vaguely like Pierce Brosnan. But that was kind of the limit of what they could do. Did I get disconnected again? Gosh dang it.
Nope, we're here. We're here.
Oh,
No, we're here.
Sorry.
No, Discord flickered for a second, and I'm just like, no, not again.
Hey, we weren't laughing at your jokes. Sorry.
No, Discord's making me nervous now. I'm gonna have a complex about it the rest of the night. Point is, I don't know. GoldenEye was weird just because, like, yeah, you could kind of tell, but everyone had that flat face. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a box head, right?
I mean, yeah, box head, polygon. Yeah.
Jaws was the only one that looked correct.
As in horrifying.
Yeah. Well, and also he has a really flat face.
Odd Job looked pretty good.
No one could see Odd Job because he's not in the game. Because if anyone played Odd Job, you got kicked out of the friend group.
Yep, that was my brother was the Odd Job player.
Sounds like little brother material to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Complete little
But that's why I didn't tell him how to detonate remote mines in the air.
Yeah,
so that showed him.
That's fair. Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Not able to shoot him easily, but I can sure blow him up.
It's the great thing about AoEs.
All's fair in love, war, and when fighting Odd Job.
No, people who play Odd Job, like, there should be an act of Congress against that or something. I think we could get some good bipartisan agreement on it. Let's see. What else do we have here? We already did that one. Okay, no, we did all those. Okay, so here's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Two of the people here are parents now. Have you been interfering with kids' gaming?
You kidding? They interfere more with us gaming than us them.
Sounds like it's time to even up the score. You gotta interfere.
I just don't know if I have it in me to intentionally backseat game a kid like that. It's just too against my principles, man.
See,
well, I don't know. My son was playing Let's Go Pikachu, which is, basically Pokemon Red on a updated version.
Right.
And he could not understand how to get past the Snorlax blocking the path. And, and I would see him, like, oh, there's a Snorlax there. And then he'd go off and do something. And I'm like, oh, okay, he'll figure it out. And then, like a few days later, I was like, hey, I saw you stop playing Pokemon. I was like, I don't know how to get any farther. And I'm like, well, what's the matter? Well, I can't find anything else to do. I'm like, well, what's the matter? And I interfered. I was like, you got to get the flute, man.
That's like the opposite of interference.
Well, now I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna, tell the kids like, dude, get good, like seriously.
Good scrub.
Well, it's kind of the whole like, if you have me beat the boss for you, the next boss you won't have the skills to beat, and you'll be in an even worse situation. You got to figure it out. You got to learn how to do it yourself, man.
I don't remember the flute being a real problem in that game.
Well, I mean, you had to get it from the Team Rocket tower, and I think he just didn't finish the tower.
Huh. I just remember,
it's.
I just remember being kind of explicit for some reason, but I mean, it's been forever.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are people that like tell you things, right? But like, he didn't like reading what people were saying, and
I did have to say that to my kids. Like, did you talk to everyone? Did you read what they said? Did you? No, go do that.
Yeah, I guess that would be an issue. And I guess I also had the advantage of, by the time I started playing it, I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Because, Pokemon wasn't a thing till middle school.
And, the internet is also available, but he doesn't know how to really use that to his advantage, so.
Just, you go to GameFAQs. It's like everyone else.
GameFAQs, which is, is that where people still go? I don't even know. What
I don't know if that's
nowadays.
where people. I think people just go to YouTube, but
yeah, I think so. They just watch like a playthrough or something.
Well, no, there's a billion
There's
tiny little
wikis.
videos
Yeah,
where it's just like,
yeah.
are you stuck here? Do this. Videos 1 minute long.
There's this glorious period between like 1997 and 2006ish, where it was all about the game facts. You could do a whole episode on that.
GameFAQs has gone downhill since IGN bought it. And,
I haven't even gotten back. Is it kind of a wasteland now?
And now IGN. Well, usually if you go there, you're just pulling up older stuff. Every now and then there's kind of a wiki format thing that's okay, but so much of it now is these places like IGN. They now use AI bots to write guides. Like, I'm stuck in this thing. I've noticed someone has asked this question, so I'm going to have AI write a little page on it. So its quality has... it's annoying. Like, for example, when I'm trying to find stuff for Metaphor ReFantasio, instead of finding like an actual like good wiki or GameFAQs, it's just like 20 different sites like IGN that have just AI generated crap. It's like, that sucks.
Well, it makes sense.
Those old GameFAQs were sometimes a piece of art. I mean, like people would put in ski art at the beginning, and they would have there would just be plain text files that these people would make. But they went above and beyond.
When they added their own search tags to get to different parts, and oh man, it was wonderful.
Well, that's just sort of how it had to be. You have to play with the medium that you're playing with. There's not much else you can do. No, the thing that I loved most about the GameFAQs era was just the fact that you would go looking for something and you would find it, and it felt like you had found it felt like you had delved to go find it. Even though, let's be real, it's not like it was any different from an internet search the normal way, but GameFAQs...
You didn't have to call the 1-900, phone line for Nintendo or whatever, or whatever game company.
You didn't have to watch the video of how I always forget the name of the guy. What was the name of the video you had, Baggins?
Skip Johnson.
Skip Johnson. That's what it is.
Is it Johnson or Rogers or not?
Maybe Skip Rogers. I don't know.
Skip
World Video Game Champion. Yep. How to do great at video games or something. I don't remember what it was called, but man,
you can do great at video games and other stuff too. I don't know.
Good times. Oh, so One Boot in Hightail chat mentioned we should definitely have at least one minor discussion about the Great Fairies and in Ocarina of Time.
That was a moment where that was an early I need an adult moment. I felt unsafe around those things. No, it's fairies.
No adults came for me, so it was okay. I felt like
the way they laughed was so disturbing. I didn't like it.
Yeah, they were pretty awful.
No, it was absolutely horrifying, and they've been horrifying in every game since.
No, I hate Great Fairies. They don't even revive me when I'm dead. I have to go to them, which is just rude.
Indeed.
Regular fairies are clearly superior. What was the other? There was something else in Legend of Zelda, like the 64.
I didn't mind them in Link to the Past.
Well, no, but like I said, every game since.
Yeah.
Although the one in the Dark World was a little bit shocking.
I forget. What was that?
Let's just say body positivity Great Fairy.
Ah, got it.
Well, it like mutated her face and stuff too. It was just everything was twisted in the Dark World, and so she didn't look like the rest of the fairies.
Gotcha. No, I'm now sorry. Just bringing this up. I remember now. Majora's Mask, trying to get all the masks and doing the long quest chain for what's it, the marriage mask? Is that what it is?
Oh yes, was it Anju and
Oh man, I don't think I ever got that one.
the blue haired
I don't
kid
think I
and the
finished
girl
that
at the
one.
end.
I followed
I know
a
which one
game
you're talking
facts.
about. I
I
never
followed a game
finished
facts
it.
guide, but I'm suddenly remembering because the final night when you get it, like basically you have to be there almost right as the moon is about to crash, and you just gotta wait for Caffey. Is that his name? Something like
Yeah,
that. Blue hair
there's
boy.
some narrow windows in there. If I
Yeah, you gotta wait
recall.
for him to show
Yeah.
up. And basically that you've done everything, but you just gotta wait for him to show up, and it's the conclusion of this long quest chain. And I just remember standing there and, just staring at Anju. I put the controller down and I'm just kind of waiting. And I just remember my mom being like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm not playing, yet I'm
Your
playing.
mom walked in and it's like, why are you staring at this polygon woman lady?
Yeah. And I just remember her being like, "What is going on?" Because but she could tell I wasn't paying attention. Like, that because I'd put the controller down and it's for a quest. And I could tell at that point her eyes have already glazed over, but it's just like, I have to wait for something to happen in the game. She's like, okay. And I
Meanwhile, she's thinking, is this one of those things I need to be concerned about?
He's literally wasting time while wasting time. It makes no sense. Like she can wrap her head around Mario Golf, but this makes no sense. He's not doing anything. Oh my goodness. I just remembering a different type of parental interference, going upstairs to go play the N64 and getting the shock of my life seeing my mom on it playing Pokemon Puzzle League.
Yeah, that never happened to me.
It blew my mind. Because she hadn't played a gaming system since the Super Nintendo when it had Dr. Mario and Tetris on it, or whatever that game was called. And my brain was blown. I couldn't believe it. My mom is playing video games again. But it wasn't, she couldn't beat the game, which felt reassuring because I couldn't either. And she was better at puzzle games than me. I didn't like that. Then again, everyone's mom likes Tetris and the other puzzle games. Rental Floss even has a lyric about it. Anything else?
I don't know. I think Half-Life was like really the only one. I guess there was one. Actually, okay, there was an Earthbound actually.
Earthbound.
Moment.
I am simultaneously surprised and not surprised to hear that.
So
what in Earthbound?
So it wasn't. So in Earthbound, there's the desert area, right?
Okay.
And the music it played was trying to sound, kind of Middle Eastern in nature, but it's 16-bit, so 16-bit Middle Eastern drone instrument, and it drove her up the wall. She's like, "Oh, I can't stand this music of this area. Ah!"
It was just the music. I was like, what content could there possibly be objection? Oh, well, annoying sounds. That works.
And Earthbound definitely goes for more exotic sounding soundtrack.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't really the kind of kid to push the limit when I was that age, and so I don't have a whole lot of stories like this in video games, but it was always with like movies and TV for me.
Well, yeah, that was like even older than us.
Yep.
I mean, pushing the
It's just like,
limits
what are
and
you
getting in
watching?
trouble with
What are you
adults
doing?
is a tale as old as time. It's the
Yeah,
the
but like I
natural
said, I
order
wasn't
of
really
things.
the type to do that. I was a boring kid.
You mean a
I,
good kid?
I still remember my mom being very concerned when I purchased Perfect Dark. And I was like, but you needed an adult to purchase it. That's rated M. I'm like, it's okay, Mom. It's not that bad. I'm like, but what's in it? Like, there's some blood. Mm. And that's the thing. Like, you look at Perfect Dark, and you're sort of like, blood. I guess there's really isn't a whole lot else in
I'm
there.
really not sure. What it is about Perfect Dark.
It was rated M. It was rated M.
I didn't really see it as being different than GoldenEye, so
Not much. I mean, like they're like
I mean,
guys left
the
blood
protagonist
marks,
the protagonist is a femme
yeah.
fatale, but it's not like it lingers on that at all.
Yeah, you're in her head most of the time. So I mean,
Yeah, it's this. It's like the same thing with Samus. Like unless you're told, you wouldn't even know.
though I do remember the first time my mom said something along the lines like, "Oh, my kid doesn't have any rated M games, right?" And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, "Wait, do I?" Yeah. And I realized, yeah, I do.
yeah, I didn't tell my mom when I was buying Perfect Dark that I had previously rented Metal Gear Solid, which was definitely rated M.
Yes,
Well, the rated M game that I owned actually was Shinobi on the PS2, and honestly, I don't know if I would have worried if my parents saw me watch that. I mean, it has a warning when you play, like, warning, extreme violence and gore, and I'm like, it doesn't actually look that gory in my opinion. It's just, I don't know. Have you guys ever played Shinobi?
I cannot
I've-
say
I've
that I
Yeah.
heard
have.
of it, but I've not played it.
So, it does do the whole, samurai ninja trope where, you slice through something and then it falls apart, and if you kill a bunch of enemies in a row in succession, like before they fall apart, they'll stay still for a while. And if you can get up at least 4 killed, and if you could clear all the monsters that are currently present, it'll have a little cinematic where the camera, like, goes to different things, and you hear like the taiko drum, and then they all fall apart into 2 pieces at the same time. But it's not nearly as graphic as, say, like Metal Gear Revengeance. It was just some really generic red texture where the split happened, but it was enough that they're like, oh, this is super violent because it's got, Japanese samurai style violence in it. It's like, okay.
Not even like a blood spatter.
I mean, like, just the red mist texture that appears on the screen for like a split second.
That's
And
pretty. I'm surprised that got an M.
I mean, if it
I
was
feel
Metal
like
Gear
things back-
Revengeance, it would look very graphic, but back then it didn't look that bad. But I'm like, yeah, I did have a rated M game, and it was Shinobi. And I guess the next one I got would have been Metal Gear Solid 2. Which, funny story on Metal Gear Solid 2, my buddy, when he got Metal Gear Solid 2, he actually went out of his way to print a new copy of the cover that had a T instead of M for the rating and put it in the sleeve.
Wow.
Oh man.
He got the version of the Matrix that was PG-13.
Yeah.
Man, and all I can think of with that stuff is like that's an example of modern problems require modern solutions.
That's fantastic. I hadn't heard of anyone doing that before. That's really funny.
Yeah, I don't think
I
my
just wonder how
mom
he got
even
it
knew
to
there
print out
was
as
a
well as he
rating
did.
system, if I'm honest. then again, I didn't really
I know a
have
lot
any
of-
issues with that because we didn't have a PlayStation till I think my senior year. So we were limited on Nintendo, and let's face it, most Nintendo games, unless you were playing like Amnesia
Well, Perfect Dark.
but yeah, but even then, if
Perfect
my
Dark was
mom,
the only Embrace game I owned on the N64,
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
But
Conker's Bad Fur Day existed.
okay,
though.
that's true,
Well,
that
I
did
didn't
exist,
own that
but
one.
I didn't know anything
I
about
avoided
Conker
that
till
game.
later.
Well, the funny thing is when I think on my PlayStation games, I remember I was so disappointed in Square Enix when they released Parasite Eve, because how could they release a rated M game? How dare they betray my trust that way? And
Meanwhile,
a few years later-
you've been looking at half naked chicks in Square games since you were a kid.
well, okay, I guess there's that, but
I mean, well, to be fair, Final Fantasy II didn't have any rating.
but yeah, I was so mad and disappointed in Squaresoft when Parasite Eve came out. But then I had a buddy that had Parasite Eve 2 and got me into it. And I'm like, okay, now I really like Parasite Eve. But yeah, at the time, I'm just like, I was totally like, oh, how dare they make a rated M game?
They
Granted,
dare.
It was rated M for zombies and having animations of like things turning into zombies right in front of your eyes.
Man,
Right.
sometimes we're surprised what ratings things got back then. I mean, like I'm looking at Rainbow Six. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Rainbow Six franchise. You know, it's a tactical shooter. I mean,
I'm
it's
aware of it. I haven't really played much
it's
of it.
fairly, you know, it strives for some degree of realism, right? So, you know, you got guns, you're shooting people in the head, and there's blood spatter. It was rated T.
Yet
I don't know.
and yet we're talking about how Perfect Dark is M.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Maybe it's
it's
'cause-
because they used an occasional swear word. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
I think it's because they're teaching you to not trust the government and that aliens are controlling things and they don't want kids to know the truth.
I thought it was because they said the DAMN word a couple of times.
Not to earn them. No, the Perfect Dark, it just compared to GoldenEye, because especially if you compare the source material, like a Bond game. Let's face it, the Bond movies don't shy away from either end of the the parts that adults would be uncomfortable with. Yet
Yeah.
that's fine, but not Perfect
I definitely
Dark.
remember going with my friends to watch a Bond movie and having to look down at the floor and hum the Chocobo theme for
Yeah, that
Chocobo
Bond
theme.
movie. Wow.
It's the most random thing. The Chocobo theme.
That's what I chose, man. That's what I
It
chose.
makes,
Chocobo
it makes
theme.
perfect sense to me.
The most
it
the
was your
most
safe
chaste of
place.
songs.
Absolutely, my friend.
You can't have dirty thoughts on a chocobo.
Chocobo theme. I gotta remember that. There's something with that. I don't know what. I could use that somehow. Anyway, I kind of want to end on that, on Chocobo theme. All right. Unless anyone else has anything else, let's wrap it up.
The only other game that came to my mind that would have been, just on that. I don't think my parents ever came in, but I was worried about them coming in while I was playing it. Was Rise of the Triad. Did any of y'all play that one?
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be a bad one for your folks to walk in on. That was pretty violent.
It was gruesome, especially for the day. I remember the first time playing, I was like, is that his? Well, it's like, I remember just thinking, is that his jaw?
That's his eyeball. I remember the eyeball was always the one that got me.
It was nuts.
Well, for the Rise of the Triad was I was at a friend's house, but that's kind of when I started to notice I guess, how women could look nice. And there's
you're
the
Gruntilda.
character on the front. Yes. I do remember Rise of the Triad being a, I guess we'll call it a Gruntilda moment.
An
That
awakening.
sounds weird. That sounds weird, man.
I mean, you know, I did go to my friend's house and they talked about in hushed tones, there's a nude mod for Tomb Raider.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
One of the most prolific rumors that was not true. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, wasn't the truth behind it just a place where, like, if you could bug it out to where the textures were all just one color, and
I mean, there was no.
it was
Like,
just a
there was
texture
just
glitch.
there was just no nude code. It just didn't exist.
Yeah, it didn't exist. I mean, like,
was
yeah,
just
if
a-
you
it was-
like,
It was just a
if you
bunch of
glitch the.
It was just a bunch of horny
I'm just
young
saying-
boys who didn't have good enough internet connections, so they just hoped and prayed they could see those
that would work.
polygons. They wanted to see
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Gone Girls Wild or whatever. There's a joke there. I can't.
Well, I mean, part of it is the rumor, like the little bit of truth that spawned the rumor was there was a way you could glitch it to where it was all just one color on the texture for her for her model, which isn't necessarily nude. That's just devoid of a texture.
Yeah. It's a Barbie doll at that point.
Yes.
But no, it's insane. It's just one of those things that they were so desperate for it. Although, to be fair, it's not like beating the game under a certain amount of time didn't take off more and more of Samus's clothes, implying that if you beat the game in a second somehow, you could see everything. So it's not like it's unprecedented, I guess, but although I think my favorite version of that is the old oh dang it, what was that group called? It was I think it was an old College Humor segment, but it was where they it's like Samus talking to her agent, and her agent's like, "We're gonna get you in here," and it's like, oh, it's like, and it gives the whole spiel. It's like, you're gonna do the helmet the entire time, and then boom, we're gonna reveal that you're a girl, blowing all these little boys' minds about what female empowerment could be. Oh, I like that. And I was like, and then if they beat it in under an hour, you'll be wearing a string bikini. What? That's not empowering. In a whole series of it, I think it was College Humor back in the day, at least. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't
That
exist
sounds
anymore.
familiar.
Sounds like something related, at least.
Yeah, I mean, all those websites went under a long time ago. Although I think those guys have since reformed. The guys who did like all the video game stuff, like the Sonic for Hire people. But anyway. Point is, time is a flat circle, and we're getting old, and that's the point of this podcast.
What One Boots husband says that it was Dorkly.
Dorkly, that's what it was. Thank you,
Wait,
One Boots husband.
Dorkly. For a second, I'm like, Dorkly. What's Oh, right. Wow, I haven't heard that name in so long.
It's been at least 15 years since I've heard it.
In a long time.
The fact that
Long time.
Good work, Christian.
I didn't. Yeah, well done. Like, took me even a few seconds to even realize. Yeah, right.
Could not think of what it was. All right, let's wrap this up. Baggins, do you have anything you want to promote?
Probably, but I can't think of it right now.
All right.
So I'll just promote Expedition 33 again and say that Splice needs to play it.
Okay. Looney.
Well, other than I'll get mocked if I don't promote Lizzie.
Good.
Lizzie's
We've bullied you
stream.
into a proper opinion.
Yeah. But I could also, if he's gonna promote Expedition 33, I'll promote Metaphor, even though I know Baggins wouldn't like it because it's not his jam.
Okay, I don't understand why, but sure.
Yeah, you're just not into the Persona style of games.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Metaphor's made by the Persona people, isn't it?
Correct.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that. All right, Pachupka.
If you like Satisfactory, check out Satisfactory Plus. If Satisfactory too simple and not complicated enough for you, try Satisfactory Plus, the mod that makes everything twice as difficult and twice as much fun.
That was good delivery. I like that. You have a future as
I don't understand you people.
What? They just want more satisfaction.
'Cause
Anyway.
otherwise you can't get no.
Exactly. And then you can find me twitch.tv/splice stream. I probably should have switched this to like something playing on screen a while ago. Anyway, you can find me twitch.tv/splice stream, blah, blah, blah. Been playing a ton of Hytale. Gonna play more Hytale. If you're playing Hytale and you're interested, let us know. Maybe you can argue your way into our server or something. Could be fun. Anyway.
I'm playing Hytale right now.
I'm just logged in. I'm probably ruining people's chances to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, that's, you know what, I think there's a reason for that.
What's that reason?
I think we